All right, Metroid Fusion. We've gone down this series of covering each of the 2D Metroid games in order, well, the most updated version of each of the games, and we finally made it to Metroid 4, Metroid Fusion, that I've heard great things about from what people have told me. Also, when we played Zero Mission, I played it on like my keyboard, but I'm going with a controller this time because we played Samus Returns with a controller, being this controller here. We played Super Metroid with a controller, being this controller, and now I just kind of want to play Metroid with a controller. I don't really want to play it with anything else anymore. The Doogie, we have the Doogie cam down here, as we oftentimes do with various playthroughs when it's done late at night like this. It's gotta be late at night so it's spooky and it sets the tone for Metroid Fusion. And she was up on the couch earlier, but it seems like right now she'd rather be laying beside me here and chilling there. She'll probably get like more and more relaxed as the night goes on. Yeah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you right now, silly Doogie. But yeah, so that's what's been going on here. Like, I started this series not completely certain if Metroid would even be something that I'd like. I was like, hey, well, with Dread coming out, I want to cover like Metroid 1, 2, 3, 4 before Metroid 5 because we like doing things in order. But I wasn't quite sure if Metroid would be quite for me, but these games don't take super duper long to get through, so I was like, okay, let's play Zero Mission, and if I really don't like it, then we'll just have a playthrough of Zero Mission, and that'll be it. That'll be done, and I won't continue. And then I did like a super short playthrough. It's not like it's anything too crazy. It's not like it screwed with my schedule too much. So I played through Zero Mission being like, if I enjoy it, I'll do the rest. If I don't, then whatever, it's just Zero Mission. And I actually really liked it. And now here we are, all the way to Metroid 4 in preparation for Dread coming out. Once we get through this, we'll be ready. We'll be either ready for Dread. Oh no, there's explosions and stuff. Metroid Fusion, here we are. So there was something else I was gonna say, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm completely blanking on it. I just remembered. So at the time of streaming this, is currently the 24th of August, is what today is at the time of streaming this. This is gonna be uploaded way after the fact when it comes to the whole YouTube upload schedule. I think the Super Metroid uploads are just happening because I've been going pretty ham on the Metroid series. So I'm like a bit ahead of things in terms of covering Metroid on this channel. And while I could have waited a little bit longer before starting this, I figured, like, let's get through this before university starts back up again for me, because when university starts back up again is when I'm gonna have to be a little bit more selective with my schedule. It won't be as maneuverable in terms of what games I'm covering. So I figure, hey, let's just be at the ready for Dread now, so I don't push this off until later and I'm busy with university stuff, and then I only wind up covering it like right before Dread comes out in like a panic, and I'm like, or something like that. So I'm just playing it safe and avoiding that situation by doing this. By the time the final freaking Super Metroid upload is done, it'll already be like after the first week of my university is done. And by the time this gets uploaded and this series is done, it'll probably be by the end of my I've been assigned to watch over biologics research team. I guess I gotta press A. By the time freaking Zero Mission is done its uploads, it'll probably be after my first month of university. Now she's lying back and stretching out a little bit. It'll probably be after the first month of the upcoming university semester, most likely. But know that I'll turn this down a little smidge. Know that basically this entire Zero Mission playthrough will have been done before university even starts, so I won't have any September stories to tell or any university stuff to talk about until Dread. So I once again found myself on the surface of SR388. That's the place that the X-Parasite started doing things at the end of Samus Returns. We had like the little post-credit sequence of the X-Parasite now taking over now that all the Metroids are done. I've heard about Metroid Fusion. I know generally about the plotline, but I've never played it myself, similar to, you know, the Metroid series in general. So now we're back here, just like, this is the place we left after Samosa Returns. Oh, and that, it's literally that exact creature right there that got infected at the end of Samus Returns. So I guess the developers of Samus Returns were like, let's take this exact creature from the beginning of Fusion and have that be the thing that's infected. Okay, they're staying consistent. Cool. Even after, you know, the span between 2002's Metroid Fusion and 2017's Samus Returns, there's consistency. I like it. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I never encountered before. Maybe because the Metroids on the planet were keeping the X-Parasite in check. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we now know as X. Unaware of my condition, I was returning to the station when disaster struck. So I guess you could say that one at the end of Samus Returns is literally the exact one that infects Samus. I mean, it could just be another of the same creature that got infected there, but you know, you could say that it's the exact same one. Once the X had infested my central nervous system, I lost consciousness and my ship drifted into an asteroid belt. Oh, so that's what that explosion was at the beginning in the intro sequence. Well, you shouldn't do drunk space flying. What does it count as? Spatial navigation. Is it really flying? What does it count as? I don't know. The ship's emergency systems automatically ejected the escape pod before impact. Biologic's vessel recovered it and transported me to Galactic Federation HQ. However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. So I assume it affects both her and the power suit, being all weird. Because I'm about to say, you have a virus that's not going to be affecting your clothing, but this is it's a special case. It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit have become so integrated with my suit. Wait, there's organic suits of the parts of the suit? There's organic suits of the part. That's totally what I wanted to say. I guess I never realized this. Power suit had become so integrated with my system that it could not be removed while I was unconscious. Large portions of my suit had to be surgically removed. Oh, does that just mean like her own biologic parts are like part of the suit? It's like a weird body extension thing in some ways. I don't know. Dramatically altering my physical appearance. However, the X of my central nervous system were too embedded to be removed safely. I was given a minimal chance of survival. Ah, but then somebody came with the green. Then somebody found the green. Take this weed. They proposed using a Metroid cell to make an anti-X vaccine. It seems that the Federation had managed to preserve a cell culture from the last infant Metroid from SR-388. The serum was prepared and injected without delay. The X-parasites were immediately and completely destroyed. Be gone. Hello, and Jeja, if I'm saying that correctly, and welcome as well, Mortis. This is the 4th game that we've covered here. We've been doing them in order. Is what's been going on. As for me, one life ended, yet I survived, reborn, as something different. We're blue now! With the power of green, we become blue! Pondering this fact, I realize I owe the Metroid hatchling my life twice over. We'll soon be arriving at the BSL research station. I must prepare for docking. I just imagine that scene from Interstellar whenever I hear docking in space. The ship's computer has notified me of our approach to the Biologic Space Labs, or BSL, research station. During my surgery, the research team sent the last batch of creatures we captured there, as well as the infected pieces of my power suit. Well, they just dump it like trash. After regaining consciousness, I learned that an unexplained explosion rocked the station. For some reason, this awoke a nameless fear in my heart, and now I am being sent there to investigate. My mission on the BSL station will be overseen by my new ship's computer. Oh, big stretch from the doggy. Oh, she's so tired. Following the commands of this blunt computerized CO? What does that stand for? It's something I have to bear, as it was a condition of my taking the ship. For someone who dislikes taking orders, this is the 2nd time I've found myself having to do so. It makes me recall my other CO. Is this a reference to for something like freaking the Prime games that we'll play eventually? I don't know what's... Commanding officer, that makes sense. That makes sense there. Eventually we'll cover freaking Metroid Prime. Eventually we'll do that. As its whole, like, disconnected side story thing. I don't know what's going on here. Well, we got a replacement ship because ours was wrecked in a drunk ship flying accident. I don't know what the term for it is. Like, it's not driving, it's not... Is it flying? I don't know. But, hello, Lancer. Yeah, I was saying the same thing there. Gotcha. If only whenever I think about, like, a ship talking, I'll always think back to my Pikmin 2 playthrough that I did with Chublima and Uneven Pictures. I recently went back and rewatched part 1 of my Pikmin 2 series, and Uneven was the first one to voice the ship, and he put on like his voice changer along with auto-tune. Like he did like a robotic voice changer that he also auto-tuned, and he did like a robotic singing voice for the ship. And now all of a sudden I wish I had a freaking robotic auto-tuned voice changer to mimic that Uneven nerd for this, because that's always what I'm gonna think about anyway. But wait, what kind of a voice would we want to give to the ship anyway? Would we want to do something a bit sassy or something a bit moody, like, ugh, there's been an explosion in the quarantine bay. You can go check it out if you want, I guess, but the bay currently stores capsules containing recent samples from SR-388, as well as parts of your suit infected by the X-parasites. If you care. Nobody cares what I have to say. The cause of the explosion is yet unclear. Investigate. Quarantine Bay is here. What if we just give the ship a different voice every time? Because that's probably what I'm gonna do without even realizing it. Quarantine Bay is here. Move quickly. Quietly, if you want to. I mean, you are still unable to use most of your latent abilities, so I mean, don't forget that. You wouldn't want to forget that. Stop at the navigation room on the way. Uplink from there. Oh my goodness, the freaking, especially the target in the top left is very flashy. I don't like it. I don't know if that's a thing about playing it on PC or what's going on here. Is your objective clear? Sure. Now go to the quarantine bay. Where am I right now, though? Ship should have a Skeletor voice. I'm not 100% like, I've heard the name before. I don't know if I quite 100% know that. Okay, I'm down there. I don't know if I completely know Skeletor. Oh, that's such a weird sound, isn't it? I don't know about that sound. I kind of like the pew 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 of like games that we've played before. Not the of like almost a gun going off, so we need missiles for that. It sounds like someone firing like a weird mix between like a laser rifle and like an actual real life gun. It sounds like a weird mishmash. It's like if science fiction lasers and gun sounds had a child. Is what this sounds like to me. That's my opinion, though, but what do I know about stuff and junk? The villain from He-Man, known for going meow all the time. So I probably have a decent idea what his voice sounds like in that case, just from seeing like clips online. But that might be it. Yeah, the quarantine bay is ahead. I've never actually seen He-Man, so I don't know if I can do it. Biosigns are confirmed. Be careful. Yeah. Better watch out for those biosigns. You wouldn't want to run into any baddies. I'm sure you can deal with it, though. You don't have the morph ball yet. I'm sure you can deal with it with your weird laser gun mixed with an actual gun. Is what you could certainly do. Well, what have we going on over here? Quarantine bay. I hear there's some crazy shiz going on over here. Is what I'm hearing. Oh. I don't think I can shoot it. Wait. Was this where I was supposed to come? I guess so. Dang, I'm getting my buttons mixed up. Wait. Huh? Is it out there now? Is this random X-parasite just free now? Wait, hostile creature side, report to navigate. Oh, okay. I guess I'll go report to nav in that case. Sure. Let's go do exactly that. Professor, I've got something to report. Or hey, you, I've got something to report is what that guy says. This is unfortunate news. The specimens brought back by the field team were infected by X-parasites. The X can mimic its prey. Any specimen could have hosted it. Before the explosion, everything was peaceful before the Fire Nation attacked. The security sensors scanned one. The gelatinous X-parasites invade and rapidly reproduce, killing the host creature.
They also absorb DNA and use it to mimic the host. But that part's not as important. You were almost killed by an X infection. Only the Metroid vaccine saved your life.
Man, all these things that they're putting in the freaking COVID vaccines. I totally refuse to go get vaccinated with those COVID vaccines going around because they're just secretly sneaking Metroid DNA into I actually have both my doses at this point.
Seems Metroids were the main predators of the X. That's why the vaccine works so quickly and so well.
Yeah, if there's a main predator of like some sort of parasite, just take the DNA of that predator and it's the cure. That's that's good old Metroid things. Metroid magic, you could say, for the sake of telling the story they want to tell. But yeah, I do like how at the end of Samus Returns, it did show the X parasite like starting to take over after we took out all the Metroids on this planet. Because I'm sure with the original Metroid 2, it wasn't planned at this point in the story to have like the X parasite. But by the time there's a Metroid 2 remake, they actually have it lead into that. So I think that was cool.
But it has also changed your cellular makeup.
You will never be able to walk again. You will never be infected by X again. You will never be able to play video games ever again. In fact, you can now absorb any free-floating X parasites without a host by merely touching it. Oh, that's not what I did with that one before, was it? Unless I really wasn't just paying attention. This will allow you to replenish health and restore weapons. Whoa!
May also restore latent abilities this way, so pursue free X parasites whenever you possibly can. This station is home to many species, some violent ones like the Smash community. We must keep the X out of the breeding environments at all costs. This is vital, Samus.
I might turn it up a smidge to something like that-ish. So my voice is like still clearly louder, but you can hear the game and stuff. But yeah, so replace the purple bits from Super. Wait, so there's just gonna be like yellow bits all over the place and they're all like X parasites and that's like everything about how we get our health back? Wow, that's
Alright, detecting massive biosigns in this region. The X are gathering.
They're having a party. They're having a social gathering when you're still not supposed to do that. Actually, some things are opening up. But that's an area where things aren't opening up yet. And there are still restrictions. They're having a party illegally.
This might be our chance to exterminate them. But maybe we could sneak in and get some of the party snacks instead. You are only at 10% battle capacity. Your chance of survival is extremely low.
Well, I got this far on the channel in general, so
Federation needs you alive and on duty, Samus.
I'm sorry to say I don't know what that is, Lancer. Is your objective clear?
No, get going. I have released the lock on the level 0 hatches. Look for the blinking hatches.
The target thing there is always blinking, so doesn't want me to go right there. It said that I'm only at like 10% of my capacity. I can't go back to see if there's any new things there. My goodness, this music on loop is driving me crazy. Okay, it's gone now. Okay. Super secret, because I saw that there was a room there. Okay, so let's speak of that thing. I don't know what said thing is. Is that wait, what? Bad character from a terrible movie? Is it better that I'm not familiar? Save data? Yeah. I would love to save data. Sweet, thanks, man. Where are we going? Where are we dropping, boys? We going to Tilted? So I can't do things about that yet. Is that a zombie thing? Oh. Oh! So yeah, I literally absorb the parasites and then it's just a weird blob? Just a weird useless blob there? Or something? I don't know. Navigation room. What's going on here? I've received new. Okay, I might stop with that. What other voices will we want to do? What if I do something that I haven't done in like a long time, like my Mario and Luigi Fawful voice or something like that I haven't done in like 3,000 years?
Yeah, I'm Chortles. I have received news from HQ.
They can support you with downloadable weapons data. Once you have this data, you'll be able to use missiles. This will help against some enemies your beam can't hurt. You pesky plumbers. To the data room for the download. The data room is here. Is the objective clear? I have Chortles. With missiles, your chance of survival climbs to 20%. Okay, I guess we'll do there. A Dragon Ball movie where Broly comes back, but he's like blah man. Is it bad that I've never seen Dragon Ball? When I was in elementary school, freaking everybody had seen Dragon Ball, but I hadn't. So like, should I have seen it? Also, thinking about other funny stuff that's like out of the blue, I heard back from wait, that computer reminds me of a Gruff Federation commanding officer I served under the name Adam Malkovich. He called me lady on missions. From anyone else, it would have sounded sarcastic, but Adam made it sound dignified. Out of respect and with some irony, I named the computer after him. Isn't this a thing from like Other M? I've heard about Other M. And Other M is a game that came after Metroid Fusion, unless I'm actually freaking losing my mind. But it can't have been. Like, Other M was like the late 2000s and Fusion was like early 2000s. So I guess they put the story stuff here in Fusion, and then they were like, sure, let's do this in Other M, unless it was a thing in like some of the Prime games, maybe? I don't know. Maybe? So it was just having Adam in a bigger role in Other M. Gotcha. So that's what it was. Anyway, in terms of like news of some other funny stuff, I heard back from Dan the other day. For anybody that didn't watch the Pokemon Platinum playthrough and doesn't know who Dan is, I received a very interesting email the other day from Tan Vin that was in all lowercase saying, surprise for you. Hey, how are you? I am professional and Google verified digital marketer. I saw your YouTube channel and social media. Your content is so sweet, but your audience amount is very low. Please give me just 5 minutes. I can promote all your social media fully organic away. Please reply me. I'm waiting for you. And then all this other stuff. And which do you need? Please massage on my new Fiverr account. And during our last session of Pokemon Platinum, like yesterday, we came up with like a joke response email with just as broken English of things like, salutary Dan, I hope this digital mail finds you in a well. I've not had chance to speak to professional and Google verified digital marketer before, so I am much wow. And all this freaking broken English stuff, and I was saying like, yep, just let me know. Your propaganda is quite an intrigue and I will message your new Fiverr bank account. But before I do, unfortunately, your goggles have not been verified according to Goggle Verify. Please verify and send screenshot of verified goggle and I will massage account immediate. Sincerely, Mark's Pliers. And I heard back earlier today, like not even 12 hours ago, I heard back. But it was so underwhelming. It was literally just a sentence. It was a question. It didn't even have a question mark. I got a message back from Dan saying, which Google are you talking about and verify my Google? Like, what? I don't understand. I am very tempted to respond like, yes, you can verify your Google or something like that. But anyway, as we were playing Pokemon Platinum yesterday and joking all about Dan the man, we actually did hear back from him now, but not in the way that I would have hoped, and now I'm at a standstill and I don't know how to keep this conversation with this scammer going. So I'm at a little bit of a standstill right now. But anyway, hello Galagos, if I'm saying that correctly. Other M was a direct sequel to Super to fill in the gap between Fusion. Oh, was it now? Let's see here. Other M is also not canon because it contradicts every other game in the franchise? Really? Yeah, I hear that a lot of people didn't like Other M. Like, it's something that I've never played. I haven't played most Metroid games. The only Metroid games that I've played are the ones covered so far on this channel and like the first half of Prime way back in the day. But yeah, it's not because it was bad. It's because if it was canon, it would contradict everything else. It is bad, but that's not the point. So wait, have like the developers officially said that it's not canon because of all the contradictions? Like, it just doesn't fit into like the storyline at all? Or something like that? The data room is just ahead. I have chortles. Okay, well, control scheme was horrible. Maybe we'll do it on the channel eventually. I don't know. Maybe. Oh, it just gives me missiles. It just injects missiles into me.